Family, what is up? It's Boy Providence back again with another video. And as you guys can see, or maybe you may not know, but I'll tell you anyway. I've got some Modern Warfare gameplay going on in the background. I've actually just hopped back into Modern Warfare recently to play it. They actually dropped some new maps, and I was completely unaware of it. So really just wanted to play a couple games on Modern Warfare. So that'll be the gameplay as I say what I have to say. But I really wanted to share a thought with you guys that I had, and the thoughts about hope. You're like, oh, it sounds kind of deep, right? I'm gonna share what's on my heart. Whether it's deep or not, I'll let you be the judge. But it's very important. You know, you've heard the cliche before: keep hope alive, and that's a cliche that gets thrown around a lot. But the reality is that it's a very, very true statement. A lot of cliches that get thrown around aren't really true. That one is entirely accurate. There is a need to keep hope alive. And the thing about hope, man, is that it is a driving force to continue to do what it is you need to do despite how much adversity you're feeling. No matter what is actually in front of you and standing against you, hope is the fuel that allows you to persevere under enormous pressure, enormous pushback, enormous obstacles. Without hope, when your hope gets snatched away from you, that's when your problems or whatever it is you're dealing with in life, and it doesn't even have to be problems. It could be just things that, you know, seem like it's overwhelming in any way, shape, or form. It could be just learning like math, do math, and math seems too difficult for you to do. Well, if you lose hope that you can learn or lose hope that you can overcome, that is the first step to actually not overcoming. And for me, hope is one of the most important themes of my entire life. For those of you who don't know, Shawshank Redemption is my favorite movie of all time. And the reason why is because that movie is filled with hope. Well, spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't seen Shawshank Redemption, Andy Dufresne, after spending decades in jail and having numerous opportunities to prove that he was innocent, finally escapes from jail. And it's a story filled with hope that even after years and years and years of disappointment and being wrongly accused and spending years in jail, hope prevailed and he was able to find justice, even though he had to kind of take it into his own hands. And that to me is one of the movies that resonates with me, because for me, you know, a lot of the things that I've had to deal with, a lot of the things that I've wrestled with in my life have been things that have been around, or things that I've wrestled with for years. And I think when you're dealing with something and dealing with something for a long time, there is a propensity to lose hope. There's a propensity to go, man, you know what, man, I just cannot ever overcome this. But the reality is that oftentimes what seems like it cannot overcome is really a perception issue. I don't really know if we ever encounter things that we can never overcome. You see, part of being a human being is that I believe we've been made in the image of God, you know, and we can adapt, we can learn, we can grow stronger, we can lean on other people for expertise. Other people can strengthen us when we feel weak. And I don't really know if there's anything that can come against us that there's no possible way that we can overcome. However, perpetual failure does create a scenario in which one does lose hope. And it seems as if what you're dealing with is you can't really overcome it. But I think what I've learned is perception is everything. And once the issue seems as if it's hopeless, that's when it actually becomes hopeless. When you lost hope that you can defeat whatever it is you're dealing with, whether it's a small issue or a huge problem, that's when you actually cannot win. That's when you actually throw in the towel. It's almost like you hear fighters say, I've heard boxers say all the time, if you lost the fight mentally, you're gonna eventually lose the fight physically. If in your mind, and this is something, athletes understand this, that whenever they're in a battle, whether it's a basketball game or a fight or whatever the case may be, you're already defeated if your mind yields, right? And so the truth is that whenever we come across a tremendous amount of obstacles, it takes hope to go, even though I do not see a way forward, there has to be a way. I just have to be humble enough to realize that I may not have found a way. I just may not have found it yet. But just because I haven't found it yet doesn't mean that it isn't there. Well, alright guys, that is all I wanted to share for today. Thank you guys for tuning into the video. If you're new here, drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.